All right, we are live here at the UWC Nation TV studios. A great event is taking place very, very shortly. UWC Carnage 3 taking place at the Pierport Arena, and it's going to be live, 8 p.m. It's going to be $7 at the door, and fans at that live show, there are a lot of great matches lined up, but sitting beside me at this very point of time, I am going to bring to you a familiar face here. Recently just joined the UWC Nation. We're talking about EKW, the Extreme Calais Warrior. Do I have that right?
Almost. You're still working on it.
I'm still working on it. I'm sorry, Miss EKW. I got a lot of things I want to ask you about today. I mean, recently you are growing in popularity. Everybody is amazed by your athleticism, your beauty, your ferociousness, your bravery, your dominance in the ring, and your fashion sense. I mean, let's face it, you are a total package, and you are getting the job done. So. You got any comments for the fans out there about your recent successes?
Oh, yeah. We got a lot of comments about the Sarah J fans. Well, let's just say, last time Sarah J made a debut, she was successful against another competitor. We won't say her name because she was too ugly to remember. But what I was going to say was that then we saw when her next appearance in the UWC Nation would be against somebody who's not a, dummy, and somebody that actually has skills, unlike some girls that just get in there thinking they can do what EKW does, actually look good and wrestle great.
Yeah, well, I want to ask you, how has your life changed since beating Sarah J? What's happened to you since?
Well, let's just talk about, it's not what happened for me ever since beating Sarah J, because obviously I was already a star. So let's just talk about what would have happened if EKW was defeated by Sarah J, what that would have done for her. Because I remember a couple of weeks ago on one of these shows that you were just talking her all up, and Sarah J this, she's from Australia. Did you not even care to mention that EKW is Chicago's own?
Well, yeah, you're homegrown talent, but, we got to talk about Sarah J, the glamour girl from Australia. She's a worldwide known success, and you beat her, which is an amazing feather in your cap, but still, before that evening, well, feather bow in your, yeah, something like that, but before that night, we didn't know what you brought to the table, but you proved it, you brought it, and you made it yours. So, I mean, things have happened to you since, and, there are some fans out there, some naysayers that just feel like, you didn't deserve to win that match. As a matter of fact, there are words out there that you're this cheater and a hater. Not only that, they're claiming you're a liar and a two-faced witch. What do you think about those comments made by the fans in the UWC Nation?
You know what? I am not the most liked female athlete in the world. When you're any good at anything you do, pretty much people don't like you. Like, if you were any good at what you're doing, then people wouldn't like you as much, Steve.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get better, but this is all about you right now.
And thank you for taking the time to recognize that. Let me just tell those little people that I can't use that word on air, what I really think about you. But what I will say this much, if you like somebody that looks like they shoot needles and they are a underfed, malnutrition streetwalker, if that's what you all fans like, is that seriously what you like? Versus someone who's beautiful, somebody that has some weight on her and, fat in the right places. But basically, all I'm saying is that, I pretty much ate her for breakfast.
You ate her for breakfast?
Well, that's what the match looks like. I mean, she was just overhandled and overmatched, and I just woman handled her. But see, it's not just that, it's the fact that basically Sarah J is known in Australia, because if I went over to Australia, I would be able to beat her over there too.
Yeah, well, there are a lot of people that are calling in. Although you are a controversial woman's figure here in the UWC Nation, there are a couple of fans out there that are giving calls and letters out to the UWC Nation TV studios, out to our production studios, and they're asking questions. When will they see you, Miss EKW, back here in UWC Nation in live competition?
I'm glad that there are a few smart fans out there. I am pretty popular, here and everywhere in Chicago. Let's talk about some of the suburbs. You might see me in some local grocery stores, like in Evanston, Skokie, Niles, Des Plaines, Schaumburg. I'm all over the place on the north, but I really hate Cubs country. I think I want to go back where I belong, out south. But pretty much the next time you all will see me is on August 28th. And if I were you, I would not want to miss that, because I am going to give you a special treat that day.
A special treat? You mean from the grocery store?
I know you look hungry over there, Steve.
Well, I'm always hungry, but that's just me. But let's talk about this August 28th event, Carnage 3, open challenge possibly. Are you willing to take on anybody in the UWC, male, female, in between,
What is
Well, we have a couple of individuals in the wrestling world that don't really know for sure if they're male or female. They like to just refer to themselves as being their own character.
Okay, I guess that's what that character is. Anyways, back to that. For those fans who are watching right now, and for you and everybody else in Australia especially, your precious little Sarah J was just crushed. I'm going to say I have an open challenge for anybody, male or female. I would love to prove yet again that I'll be Sarah J, but I'm afraid that she's just going to be not showing up for you fans because, she probably out somewhere hooking.
Wait a minute. This is a family-friendly television show. We don't have to degrade Sarah J in that particular fashion. If you sent her out of the country back to Australia, that's one thing. But I don't think that she's licking lollipops like you might be suggesting.
Oh, well, I don't know. Lil Wayne over there was up with these licking lollipops, but I heard she licked it like a lollipop. But, on top of that, it's not just that lollipop, schmollipop, it doesn't matter. She might just get popped if you talking too much smack. That open challenge might be sent your direction.
My direction? I'm not a wrestler, Miss EKW. I just simply the articulator. I explain what the story is, and I allow the fans to get a different viewpoint of the action besides what they see in a visual sense. I provide auditory enjoyment.
Yeah, and it's really sounding so entertaining right now, talking about lollipops, right?
Miss EKW,
why are you always talking about food?
Well, look, just because you smell like strawberries and blueberries does not mean that I'm thinking of food right now. But we got to talk about someone else in the UWC, male, female, that you got your eyes on besides me, besides beating me up and throwing me over a chair and telling me that I can't do my job.
Well, actually, it'd probably be easier to beat you than it was Sarah J.
Oh, thanks.
But since you're the articulator, that means that you're a lover and not a fighter, right?
Yeah, I'd like to think so, but I've been lucky occasionally myself, but...
You're going to need a horseshoe up your butt.
Oh, no, wait a minute, come on. Oh, why'd you got to go there?
Well,
you know what?
You said luck.
Look.
But,
this is your platform. You talk to the fans. You tell them what you want to let them know about. This is your last impression.
Okay, well, let me do his job for him since he's having technical difficulties over there with all this and stuff going on. Basically, I want to let the whole entire UWC Nation know. EKW didn't just come in to make a statement for the fans to just basically talk crap about me. I am a premier diva, and I've proven it, and I will prove it yet again on August 28th at Carnage 3. You see, the name of it is Carnage, so that's what you should expect when I get extreme on whoever they put me against.
She's lovely, she's vivacious, and she's vicious, and she means every last word that she has just said.